Alright guys, here we are. We have a nice close shot at that motherboard now. So, from here on out it's actually quite easy. All we're going to do is just take some of the, here, just in case you don't know, we have our CD DVD drive. Wow, I said that really fast. CD DVD drive. There is a heat sink. There is also another heat sink under right here. Alright, back here we have our fan. Here's a GPU chip. This is where your Xbox, actually that's where you would turn it on normally. So before we do anything, what we're going to want to do, let me go ahead and zoom in on the GPU chip here. We have 3 screws, 3 T8 size screws in the GPU chip. We want to get this white thing and just kind of pop it right off. There's actually arrows on it. You can see the up arrow, maybe. The up arrow's in the left corner. Left and right corner. Either way. There's arrows on it. So we want to take our T8 screwdriver. If you have a cobalt screwdriver, like I do, you just want to interchange the heads. Alright. So put our T8 in. Now, there's a screw at the very bottom. Make sure you do not lose the screws, the black screws, especially the Xbox senses them, and it will not turn on without having the black screwdriver. I'm sorry, the black screws in. Alright guys, so once you do that, zoom out a little bit. It plugs into the Xbox. If you see on the back, there's a plug right there. Alright, so plugs in right there. Should just kind of come right out. Mine actually came out very easily. You may have to deal with it a little bit more than that. Alright, after that, our next step is all this DVD drive, CD drive, whatever you call it. It comes right up. I mean, there's no. Actually sometimes it has some tape on it, but there should be no screws holding it down. See right here, right there we have some tape. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab something here, break the tape. You're not going to damage anything, don't worry. If you want to put the tape back, if you feel really insecure or something about the tape, then put it with Scotch tape or electrical tape. Preferably electrical, back over right. You're done. Sorry guys, my camera shut off. The SD card was full. Anyways, as you can see, I have my disk drive kind of just pulled out, laying right there. Now, under the disk drive, it's plugged in 2 different spots. You can't kind of see the second spot. It's right behind that white plug. These just come right out. You don't need any special tool to do it with. Okay, so just pull up on them. Now, guys, remember you're dealing with a motherboard here. So you want to be careful, don't be too rough with it. You may, once again, may have to do a little more than I did, but as you can see, it just kind of came right out. Set the disk drive aside carefully. And let's go ahead. My tripod's very loud, so you'll have to deal with that. But after we do that, this white thing that pretty much serves no purpose except for enclosing part of the hard drive. I'm sorry, not part of the hard drive, part of the motherboard comes up. Alright, so now that we have that one out, you may have to just kind of mess with this metal piece up here. Here we have our fan. Once again, that plugs in, as you can see right there. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is, once again, you kind of have to be, sometimes you have to be a little rough with the fan, other times you don't. You probably won't break it unless you slam it around. Your biggest concern should be messing with the hard drive down here. Try not to slam the fan onto the hard drive or anything after you get it out. So I pretty much have it out. It's just plugged in right here. Once again, right where it's plugged in. You may have to mess with it a little bit, but it should just primarily come right out. Then your fan is dislodged from your motherboard as well. Now, as you can see, we can actually, from here, pull the hard drive, or I keep saying the hard drive, the motherboard out, which is exactly what we're going to do. So, let me zoom out a little bit. And you're just going to grab this bigger heat sink right here. You won't destroy it. Pull it right out of that chassis. This chassis is pretty solid. Alright, so just set the chassis aside. Be careful with it. Alright. So from here we have the motherboard, as you can see. You should feel pretty accomplished now because you're down bare to the motherboard right where the problem is.